Hey everyone, this is Miss Erica Danielle back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my disability story, how it came about, how it feels to be a person who has a disability, and share with you guys how I've been treated as a person, who has a disability. So for those that don't know, I been diagnosed with hearing loss as well as partial blindness in my right eye, and I had this disability since birth. And over time, I would say it has affected me, but at the same time, it has um, allow me to be more confident and be different than most people. The reason why I say that, because majority of society is made up of people who have disabilities, because I'm quite sure that no one is expected to be born with disability or a brain disorder or a disability that where you cannot physically do anything for yourself. But for me, it definitely has been life changing, and I'm very grateful to have a huge support system that allows me to just be myself and be there for me when I need the assistance I need when it comes to having a disability. And in regards to hearing loss, I do have to wear hearing aids, and as of right now, they are in the process of being delivered. So once they get delivered, I'll be happy to show you guys what they look like, as opposed to the last time when I wore hearing aids before. So stay tuned for that. But yes, but going back to what I was just saying, I do have to wear hearing aids now. Switch it over to my partial blindness, it doesn't really affect me, because I do have at least one good eye that I see out of on a daily basis. So I'm very grateful to at least have some sort of vision to able to see things and do things clearly, and just able to do things for myself, because you have a lot of people who have to depend on other people to do things for themselves. But I'm grateful that I don't necessarily have to be in that position. But if anyone who is in that position where they can't physically doing things for yourself, like, it's okay. Like, as long as you have a support system that could be there for you and encourage you to continue to move forward and just to never give up, that's all that matters at the most. um Now, going more further into my disability story, over time I have gone to a disability school in Talladega, and my experience down there was it was so much more like the same, but kind of different, because when I went down there, I was sitting in class and pretty much learning, most materials that you would learn like in a high school classroom and as well as a college classroom. But the only difference is they also offer, cooking classes and as well as, sign language. And prior to going down there to Talladega to a disability school and being around other people who have disability school, I didn't know anything about, sign language like at all. So I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to be down there for a year and get that experience to learn something different in regards to learning sign language. And besides from the education standpoint, I also learn how to work, various jobs, as well as being down there as well. So I'm also grateful for that particular opportunity. And I highly, recommend anybody who is looking for a place to, be around people who have disability just so they can be more comfortable. I definitely advise to go to a rehabilitation services. That's especially where you have counselors who not only, more than likely have a disability, but will work with you to get a job, help you with your education, it pertains to, tuition, because tuition is very, very expensive nowadays. I definitely would encourage to go to some type of school that welcomes people with disabilities. So it's all different types of resources that you can use to be around an environment that you are very comfortable in. Me personally, I'm not always around people who have a disability, but at the same time, I do want to be around people that have disability, because that's, for me, is my inner circle, or a part of my inner circle, because I connect with them on a more personal basis, because I feel like they can understand me more when it comes to a disability level. Because don't get me wrong, like, there's nothing wrong with being around people who don't have a disability. For me, I just feel like it's just more so a connection with people that do have disability, if that makes sense. So definitely take that to thought. If you have a disability, to always put yourself around people that's going to make you feel comfortable, people that's not going to judge you, feel, any less than what you are as a human being. It's a reason why you have your own life. It's a reason why you have your own voice, to be able to do something about it and able to speak up for yourself and do things that will make you happy for you and not for other people. So just make sure that, when it comes to disability, you're doing it for yourself, and not for other people. Okay. Now moving on to the second thing, as far as how it made me feel, knowing I have a disability. Like I said, it definitely has made me feel, different. Um, Very, very different. But, like I said, I'm grateful to, be around people that has definitely made me feel comfortable. Now in this current state I am, in a comfortable environment, in a comfortable situation, because I had, various conversations that need to be had for to allow myself to be comfortable, because I am, 25 years old. I'm not getting any younger. And if I don't, start now having, difficult conversations that need to be had, then it's going to be more difficult for me to have conversations in the future with other people. So I'm grateful to, be in a position where I'm able to have, conversations, where they're simple conversations or a difficult conversation, to allow myself to grow. Because if you don't communicate, you're not growing as a person. Communication plays a big part of society, when it comes to, jobs, friendship, relationship, marriage, like the whole 9 yards. So definitely make sure that you put yourself in a position where you are comfortable to, speak your truth, and not be afraid to, be up front and not hold anything back. So, yeah, so that's, my advice, just to be confident and upfront about your feelings when it comes to, disability. Like, it's okay if you feel some way about having disability. Nobody's, expect, to wake up, one morning, with hearing loss or some type of disorder or anything else. Nobody expect it. Like, this world is full of possibilities. So definitely make yourself comfortable with the fact that you are going to be looked at differently because you have a disability. But as long as you love yourself, that's all that matters. Don't worry about, what other people say about you. As long as you are happy and you know your worth, that's all that matters. Nothing else. So definitely keep that in mind. So moving on to the last thing, how have I been treated? Knowing that I have a disability, far as that goes, it definitely has, fluctuated over time, because like I said, I've been around people who have had, disabilities, or been in similar situations as me, where I feel comfortable and I not feel, judged. But also being around people who would definitely criticize me, calling me, various names that, just inappropriate. And I say to myself, if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you feel if you woke up one day and you have a disability, or your child have a disability, or, anybody that you know personally end up having a disability? How would you feel? Like, how would you feel? Because once you see that someone that you care about has a disability, you would look at people, in that situation a lot different, and you would want to be careful on how you talk to people in that particular aspect. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it could be you waking up one day with a disability to where you can't walk, talk, eat, have hearing loss or disorder, personal blindness, anything. So definitely make sure that you do not judge people and think that they are much less than you because you don't have a disability. Because at the end of the day, it can always end up being you. You know what I'm saying? It can always end up being you. So definitely do not, judge somebody and think they less than you. They have a life just like you have a life. Just because y'all come from two different places don't mean that y'all that go through the same thing, if that makes sense. So definitely make sure that you do your research when it comes to disability. Make sure that you build a connection, some type of bond to understand, how a person feel when it comes to, their disability and how they're treated, with having a disability. So it's certain things that come into play before you start judging people, because you don't know the sacrifice, the conversations that they'd have been through, over time because of the fact that they have disability. And one thing that I learned when it comes to a disability, you tend to process a lot of things. You tend to process a lot slower than most people because of the fact you have a disability. Going back to when I in high school, I had to take a remedial course because I guess my thinking process was not on an advanced level as most people, and that's okay. That's what I was put into a if I have to start from scratch to get to where I have to be, then that's completely fine. And I did just that, and I ended up graduating from high school back in 2015. So it's always okay to start from scratch. Don't let nobody think that it's never okay to start from scratch. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, so I definitely hope that my disability as far as the feelings has definitely encouraged you guys. I definitely would encourage you to show this video to someone that has a disability, and have that conversation with them, grow a connection with them, ask them how does it feel to have a disability, how are you treated because if they have a disability, and see what they say, and their answers may surprise you. So definitely take this step and try to build that connection and close that gap. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely remember to give this video a thumbs up. Remember to comment, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification to be notified every time I drop a video. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.